I presented some loop antennas before, and the good experience I made encouraged me to go ahead with better constructions and to present them in this episode. We are coming up with new improved DIY plans and a cleaner look. In some earlier experiments covered in episodes number 14, 25 and 26, we did evaluations for different LoRa antennas. We found out that the given loop antennas, that I called magnetic loop antennas, can have a significant advantage over electrical antennas. And yes, I will talk about the correct terminology in a minute. But coming back to the properties. In a nutshell, we can say that we found interesting three-dimensional radiation patterns and a narrow bandwidth of this type of antennas. Our experiments were showing us that our received signals were stronger and more stable with the loop antennas. And furthermore, we get a better signal-to-noise ratio in comparison to electric monopole antennas. In case you are interested in that, you can check this out in episodes number 14, 25 and 26. In this episode, I'm driving this a bit further with some new ideas for a better construction. First on our agenda for today is the clarification of our terminology, which is not 100% correct yet. Then we will talk about the new ideas and the construction. Of course, we will present some reflection measurements using our nano-VNA. And in the summary, we will give some additional tips that we can give from the experience. I did some investigations on the terminology, and I must admit that it is not 100% correct to call the given antenna concepts magnetic antennas. I also need to mention that I didn't find a really proper definition on what is exactly a magnetic and what is exactly an electric antenna. And when we think about it, we come to the conclusion that of course any antenna is producing electric and magnetic fields. So I try the following definition. Magnetic antennas are typically small loops compared to the wavelengths, which leads to the fact that the magnetic field is dominant in the near field. While in the case of electric antennas, like dipoles, we find the electric field dominating in the near field. However, just by the way, in the far field it makes no difference. Here the relation between the electric and the magnetic field is given by the so-called impedance of free space, which is about 377 ohms. Now, in our case, the loop antennas are having a circumference of one wavelength. So we cannot really call them small compared to the wavelength. And therefore, neither the magnetic nor the electric field is dominant. I think we better call them just loop antennas. I was curious to know whether the concept of the loop antenna would work with metal sheet because this could be also realized using a printed board. So I made a test with an aluminium foil, which I glued to a round piece of plastic. The rough and ready setup works as well as the earlier versions made from wires, as you can see from the reflection measurements. You will find the construction plan in the download section, which could be a starting point to create a printed board antenna. The concept seems promising in case you want to produce a number of these antennas. However, some additional trials to find the exact size and the right feed point might be needed. We are coming back to the original wire loop antenna. But this time we apply an improved impedance transformer. We know that our loop antenna has a pretty high impedance, almost as high as an end-fed dipole. This brought me to the idea to apply a transformer just as it is used to feed so-called J-pole antennas. And in addition, I had a better idea to fix the antenna to the SMA connector. I'm using the inner parts of a connector box. With that, we can adjust the matching much easier than with the previous concepts. But most, I like the interesting design. In my mind, it looks really cool, almost like an artwork. I tried it with a 2 mm and a 1 mm copper wire. The antenna works perfect in both cases, as we can see from the reflection measurements. We reach a VSWR that is close to 1, just as we would expect it for a good antenna. As mentioned before, the narrow frequency bandwidth helps us to get a better signal-to-noise ratio for our received LoRa signals. From my experience, the antenna made from the 2 mm copper wire had the best properties. This is because the wire loop is practically a resonance filter for 866 MHz. And the better the conductivity of our ring resonator gets, the better gets its quality and its filter properties. The skin effect penetration depth is only about 2 micrometers at the given frequency. So we need to make the conducting surface as big as possible in order to get a good quality. We were talking about that impedance transformer, which is used for J-pole antennas. And you guessed it, I was curious to see whether I could realize a J-pole antenna for the LoRa frequency of 866 MHz. I used the same technique to construct the adjustable feed point, as you can see from the pictures. I like the fact that this antenna is also blocking low frequencies, which protects the receiver from electrostatic discharge. However, it doesn't block higher frequencies as good as the loop antennas do. And it only receives vertical polarization, while our given loop antennas are picking up all polarizations. Anyway, the concept seems to be also a good idea for LoRa, because it doesn't take much room. It is comparable with a ground plane antenna, which needs more space for its ground stubs. The summary. We have shown different realizations for loop antennas that improve the link stability and the signal-to-noise ratio for LoRa. In a noisy environment or in the vicinity of strong transmitters, LoRa links will benefit even more from the improved selectivity of the loop antennas. As we could expect it, materials with high conductivity can even improve the desired properties. If you are interested to build such an antenna, please don't miss to download the construction plans from the download section. Now stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe and support the channel. See you soon in the coming episodes.